Okay, you need to train, right? Your Pokemon, they're weak. You don't think you're strong enough for the Elite Four, right? Well, one of the biggest asked questions I get is, where do you train? In Diamond and Pearl, I didn't show it. I just trained outside of my filming, and my team was miraculously at level 55. I always think that 55 is like the magic level when you're ready for the Elite Four. Well, we're going to start off with our training at Victory Road. Victory Road is a great place to train. Works really good here. Water types are good to train here. Ground types are pretty good. Electric types are good against the Zubats and Crobats. There's also lots of Onyxes, Steelixes. It depends on what you encounter. This is not where you're going to be wanting to use your... You're going to be wanting to run into stuff that you think you can take down. There's Gravelers there. See, it's not like... There's a lot of stuff here. Water types are really good for training here. I would say water types have a great time here, especially if you have an ice move, because then you can take down stuff like Zubats and Crobats. Very good. So you definitely want to travel through this place. Victory Road has the strongest wild Pokemon to train on. You definitely want to use this place. Look, you can find Gabite here. That's pretty cool. You couldn't do that in Diamond and Pearl, but you can get Gabite here. So that's good for ice types. Ice types, water types. Victory Road is a brilliant place to train. Just stay near the exit in case you need to go hill. And don't use repels because you obviously want to fight the wild Pokemon. You'll have to do a lot of fighting, but it will get you leveled up. So that's good. Next place. Grass types. They just disagree horribly with Victory Road. I had to suffer through that when training Roserade and Diamond and Pearl, but Roserade, or any grass type for that matter, like pulling out my Torterra. Torterra is weak, he's only 49, come on. Great place to train is over west of Sunny Shore. This route is an excellent place to train 222 for the water grass types. A lot of the trainers here have those water type Pokemon, and it's good to use like a VS Seeker. Like if you pull out the VS Seeker, you can come back and re-fight some of these trainers. Look, I could go fight that guy. So that's experience right there. You'll get a lot more for fighting them, plus you'll get money. Amulet coins work good. You can get potions and stuff. Another thing, police officers, joggers, you may have missed fighting them. I know for a fact that there's a lot of policemen I did not fight on that one route because I was an hour too early in my filming. So you can come fight these guys and they're available to fight. If you may have missed them, they're not... This is probably the most powerful of all the policemen and joggers. Joggers you can only fight in the morning, but some of them, they're not that strong. But it'll give you some money that you missed. It'll give you some experience that you missed. Because I haven't fought these people yet. And you may have missed them too. I don't know when you're playing the game. So just another... this is actually, I think... Is this the first battle with... I think this might be the first battle that doesn't have any significance that I didn't speed up. That is cool. I don't recall never speeding up a battle in this walkthrough. Or whatever, I'm just jabbering now. Shut up, Super Skarmory, you're annoying! So that pretty much covers policemen, joggers. Like I said, use the VS Seeker. Hop on a bike so you could ride back and forth and recharge it. That way you can fight all these trainers with water types. This is a great place for the grass types, so definitely recommend it here. Woo! Level up. You make a horrible policeman. Back at Snow Point City, this is a good place for your fire types. Anything that's good against ice types work good up here. I actually have Toxicroak, he's a fighting type. That works. So fighting types like Toxicroak are good here as well. Again, wild Pokemon, even some of the trainers here, the trainers up here actually don't use a lot of ice types. There's a lot of ace trainers up here that have a lot of wild card stuff. The only problem with train here is if you're not one-hit KOing, you're gonna run into problems with the hail. It's not... This is one of the fire types kind of are in a bad situation because they disagree with Victory Road, they disagree with Route 222. But training here works. I'm not going to show it, but Mount Coronet's really good too. The Pokemon are stronger there. And also, as of now that you have Waterfall, you could actually go catch Dialga and Pelkey. I think... I forget if you could do that before you beat the Elite Four. But you can go up there. Good place to train. That works really well all along Mount Coronet. So you can head there. Poke Centers. Another excellent place to train, believe it or not. They now have trainers in Poke Centers throughout the region of Sinnoh. I think they kind of move around depending on the day, but they often have one Pokemon or so. It's often random. I don't remember how they really do that. I never really did a lot of research into the Poke Center trainers. But depending on how many gym badges you have, you can fight them. This will work at any time throughout the game because their power is determined off of your gym badges. Earlier on in the game, you aren't obviously going to be training in these places, but this is an Elite Four training guide. So, yeah, they're not too bad, and you get some nice experience, plus you get the money for it. So that's another good thing about that. Next location, earlier on in the game, this next route isn't too bad for grass types. This is like the early on training area. Good for grass types early on. You can also surf here. There's people with the VS Seeker. Not a bad place. Another place you can go is up here, and this is at the Velour Lakefront place. And right up here is that restaurant. Now they're closed at midnight because I'm filming really late at night. No, I'm not filming really late at night. I actually have my DS's time changed right now because I had to film something else. But there's 5 double battles in there. Their Pokemon aren't that strong. That's like a train at any time. You won't get as much experience, but if you're like running out of places to train and you need a change of scenery, you can get some good money for fighting here, and it's not a half-decent bad place to train. Last thing I'm going to mention is the VS Seeker. The VS Seeker works really good. Use it on a lot of trainers, and you could go refight people. And I'm going to avoid the policeman. Now, when I trained for Diamond Pearl, I was actually training, like, what time was that? That was like 1 in the morning on a school night. I decided I was going to train because I wanted to finish the walkthrough. Policemen here, you can fight them. Train at night's good if you're coming on this route. Hoot and Machop. I cut it out. It wasn't necessary. But anyway, yeah, train at night on this route's good if you want to get the policeman experience. Now these 2 trainers here, bring an amulet coin and fight these 2 with the VS Seeker. This is good because this will give you a different kind of experience. Eventually they'll get stronger as well, but you'll get a lot of money for fighting these 2. And that money is very good to get stuff like hyper potions and stuff you don't need, like stuff you need for the Elite Four. That way, if you're like really short on money, they're good to fight. You could also clip the policeman here with the VS Seeker if you time it right. And these 2 up here are also good with the VS Seeker. This is a good route for getting money. That's why I showed this. This is also a good train route earlier on in the game. So pretty much to conclude, I guess, my little video here. I didn't really show myself train. I'm still going to train outside battle because, I'm sorry, I can't do this in front of a camcorder. I'd be bored out of my mind, and I am just... you have no need. You would be bored out of your mind too. You don't need to see me training. It's a waste of time. But to conclude, Victory Road, great place to train. Good place is Route 222. Also, if you want, Route 223 is good on grass types too. If you have ground types, they'll be good on the tentacles and tentacles. Like I said, this route is good for money. Don't forget the restaurant. That's just something you could hit every day and it will help you get a little extra experience where you want it. Pastoria, the Poké Centers. Don't forget the Poké Centers. Last place, this whole chain running along Mount Coronet has lots of ice types and stuff. Common cave Pokemon. It's a good chain to hit. So, that's pretty much it. I gotta go train, and this stinks, but you know what? I'm okay. Because I can do other things, like check email and do boring stuff. Boy, I'm making this sound so exciting. I'm gonna go now. Toodle pip.